Let's consider a more complicated case. We are in the Family Types window. Let's remove the formula not sphere. It turns out that we have not only two options when either a sphere or a cube is visible, but four options, two above-mentioned ones, plus the situations when both objects are visible or when both are not. In this family, we have a sphere and a cube overlapping each other, but imagine they are not. Let's say they are spaced apart. This can be done in reality, but I will not do this for now. Then, when both checkboxes are turned on, the area calculation formulas must be summed up. Well, if you turn both checkboxes off, the surface area will be equal to 0. All these options must be taken into account in the conditional statement. This can be done by nesting one conditional statement into another, and such a formula will turn out to be quite long. To write long formulas, it is better to use text editors. This is much more convenient than writing them in the Revit window. In this lesson, we will use the most common text editor, Notepad. We can copy an existing formula into it right away. So, we have written a condition when the sphere is visible, but this condition is incorrect according to the purpose of our new task, because the sphere can be seen in two situations: when it's only a sphere that is on, or when it's on together with the cube. Therefore, this condition doesn't suit us. Let's immediately write down the situation when both parameters are active. For this, we need the AND operator. For this operator, we can write several conditions in brackets, and it will return the true value in the case when all these conditions are satisfied. That is, we can specify sphere and cube, separated by commas. This means that if both the sphere and the cube are marked with checkboxes, then this expression will return the true value. If at least one of these checkboxes is not present, then value false will be returned. In addition to the AND operator, Revit has another similar OR operator. It returns true if at least one condition is satisfied within it. Well, it means that the value false OR operator are given in the case when all the conditions within are not satisfied. But the AND operator is suitable for this task. So, if our condition is satisfied, we need to add the formula for calculating the surface areas for the sphere and the cube. That is, we just put a plus sign between them. Next, put a comma and indicate what will happen in the case when the condition is not satisfied. There are three such situations, and to take into account all of them, we need to write another conditional statement inside the initial one. Let's immediately open and close the brackets and specify the following conditional option. Through the AND operator, we will take into account the state when it's only the sphere that is turned on. That is, the sphere is marked with a checkboxes and the cube isn't. It can be written like this: sphere, comma, not cube. Next, we prescribe a comma and calculate the sphere area. Let's copy it and put a comma again. Now we need to specify what will happen if this condition is not satisfied, and we also have a number of such cases, namely two. The first when only the cube is visible, and the second one is when both shapes are hidden. That is, we need to write a conditional statement again. We can copy this operator. Then put a comma, one more comma, and then swap everything. On the contrary, we will have not sphere. And we will remove this node from the cube. If this condition is satisfied, then we need to put down the area formula for the cube. It looks like this here. And finally, if this condition is not satisfied, then the only one option remains, when both checkboxes are turned off. In such a situation, the surface area of our family geometry is 0. Now let's copy the formula and add it to Revit. The program calculated everything when a single checkbox is turned on, that is, the area of only one of the two shapes that is calculated. If both of them are on, then the program calculates the sum of the areas. When checkboxes are off, the area equals to 0.